success we've had is we've found ways to win games. And we still need to be better. You know, you go back and you watch the Edmonton game, or you go back and think about the Edmonton game. Our goaltender won us that game. And, you know, the start in Vancouver wasn't good, but we played much better as a team in the second and third period. And then I think we had moments against Calgary. So again, for me, it's the consistency. We found ways to win games on the road. We got to find ways to win hockey games here. But our process throughout the game, we have to get better.
There's also the threat of when you play playoff-bound teams, Detroit on the road, Vancouver on the road, Calgary, maybe race to their level of competition.
Well, we better be ready tonight. These guys coming off a disappointing loss in New York. They're going to be a motivated group, and they're battling for the top spot in the league. So and they're a really talented team. They're a deep team at all positions. So we better be ready to go.
William Karlsson in tonight,
He will play, yes.
He just got here this morning.
Yep.
What do you see in it? I mean, you had 20 minutes to watch.
I can't tell you. It's a morning skate. And I talked with him briefly this morning. I have more conversations this afternoon leading up to the game, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do.
Any idea, especially going through what he got to get here and that type of thing, what he could bring to the ice tonight?
Well, again, he should be a motivated guy. It's his first appearance in a new organization at the NHL level, so it's a chance for everyone to see what he can do. It's a game against his former team, so there's some motivation there for a young player. How's he fit in? Well, he's fit in nicely. I've moved him around a little bit, right side, left side. He can play both wings, but what I've seen from him, it's been brief, but a big guy that can skate and a big guy that is willing to go to the net. We all know about his shot because he's proven at this level he can score, but to me it's the little things that he's done for our team to help us have some success.
Still play at the NHL level before. You got that sense from him that this is a guy who's, now that he's here, that he's kind of motivated to show that.
He looks motivated to me. I've talked with him, and I think he understands the position that he's in, and that this is another opportunity. And you don't know how many opportunities are around the corner or coming up for you as a player, and that's anyone in general, not just him. And you got to take every opportunity. And he's so far. Again, we're early here, but he's done a lot of good things. He's making the most of the opportunity.
Will he play tonight?
He won't play. He will not play. He's got an upper body injury, and right now all I can tell you is day-to-day. Hartnell will play. Yes.
Talking about the road success, you've also had some pretty strong comeback situation success over the last 6 or 7 games for a team that didn't do so well in the third period. You start to see something changed or clicked in the last month?
Probably just a little bit more confidence in playing, and when you go back and you look, there are times when we're up in games and our game drops, and when we're down in games, we get better. It's again trying to find that consistency. Playing with a lead, you play the same way, and with that desperation, that urgency to score the next goal. But there is some, again, going back, that what you're looking for as a coach is resiliency, finding ways, finding solutions, and there's going to be times where you're going to be down, and it's the guys sticking with it and finding a way. And we could even go all the way back to the New York game when we played the Rangers in New York, down 3-0. And we came back. We got it to overtime. It was disappointing. We lost in a shootout. But, again, the guys showed some resiliency there. So, to me, you can go back to that point, and that's when it really started for me with the battles. And it didn't matter what the score was. And I'm talking about being down, that we were going to continue to play.
How is your system working? It's already not taking face-offs. It seems like it's gone pretty smooth, pretty seamless with him still playing center, but having to wait for face-offs.
You're talking Artie?
Artie.
Well, it's finding guys and keep them on the wing that can take some face-offs, and that's one reason why I got Nicky Foligno there. Is Nicky's a guy who used him in the middle, and you go back and you watch face-offs. He's been successful on draws. So it's it's trying to manage it, and sometimes it can be hard, especially if you ice the puck and you don't have anybody out there that can take the draw.
No big deal though as far as using that system.
No, no, and sometimes that's all you can do. I don't want to mix up the lines too much because you're looking for some chemistry. You're trying to develop some chemistry, see what guys can do with certain players, and so I don't want to upset every line just to chase a face-off.
Yeah, face-offs in general saved your bacon here a little bit at times. Joe's been really, really good.
Joe's been really good, especially this last road trip.
Yeah,
Well, for me, it's the first battle, and a lot of times it's easy to see if your team's engaged in the game just looking at faceoffs. Now, it's not always the determining factor, but there are times when you're bad and you're like, oh boy, and you look at faceoffs and you're 30%. There are times that you're into the game and you can tell, and you look at faceoffs and you're at 65 or 70%. And to me, that's an indicator a lot of times is where your battle level's at, because it's not just centers winning the draws clean, it's wingers or defensemen being ready to jump in and help the centers off draw. So you're ready to skate, you're ready to play.
You have Boone back now for a couple games. Going into tonight, do you see him reasserting himself on the ice?
He's just played one game, so for me, it's still seeing more. He had the energy. It's what we expected from him in Calgary, and Jeremy Morin came and did a good job too. So both guys. So now it's a chance to see him at home. I'm expecting Boone to come out and skate. A lot of times it's that adrenaline level early, that push, the excitement to play. So now it's about. I'm sure there'll be a push here too tonight. Adrenaline playing his first game at home. And there might be a little bit of a drop-off, but the one thing you can count on with Boone is his work ethic. And I got him playing with Joe tonight, and that's a familiar spot on the left side. We had Bork playing there, but we'll move Boone up there. And again, hopefully he can find some chemistry with Joe and Cam, and he can drive the energy up on the line with how he works and how he battles and how he competes.
I expect the interaction to be like with Wiz out there. Obviously, these guys know him well, they know him well.
Yeah, it happens a lot of time in our sport, whether I've been a part of it or somebody else has been a part of it and getting traded and you're playing against ex-teammates. It's an emotional part of the game. And I think you might see something interaction, obviously, on face-offs, but I think when guys are playing, guys are going to play. I don't think he's going to hold back on anything. He's going to go into a corner. He's going to go in hard because it's what he gets paid to do. Go in and battle and compete, and I'm expecting our guys to do the same thing.